and welcome to the 2017 YWCA Women of Distinction Awards here on Shaw TV. This event is the largest annual fundraiser for YWCA Saskatoon, and the funds raised here tonight will help support thousands of women and their families who access the YWCA Saskatoon support services, which include crisis shelter, residence, employment, and so many more services. The theme this year is Lift as You Climb. It speaks to inspiration and how those who achieve also help empower others to rise as well. These prestigious awards have been bestowed upon hundreds of Saskatoon and area women since 1982. Tonight, we will add 10 more to that list. You will meet them shortly. Please stay with us. I'm here with the winner of the Arts Culture Heritage Award, Dawn Warniuk. Dawn, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're the first award of the night. How does it feel to have that out of the way?
Well, you know, it's kind of a little nerve-wracking, but you know what? I'm glad it is out of the way, and it's an absolute honor to have won it.
No kidding. Now, you've been in media for 25 years. Tell us why you dedicated your career to this arena.
You know, it's at first you think that it's part of your job, but then when you get engaged and you realize what wonderful organizations are in our city and in our community, you just want to be part of it, and you want to help it grow, and you want to just see everything succeed. So it didn't become work anymore. It became an absolute pleasure to be part of the community, to get to know the people, and to just give back.
You're involved with so many charities and organizations still and over the years. Can you name a couple of them maybe that have hit close to home, and why you picked those and why you're so busy and active?
Because I'm crazy? No. Denny Car Secret Santa has been part of me since I've known Denny back in 1992, and that one always was very close to me. Children's Hospital Foundation, just what they stand for, what they do, what we need in our province. Creative Saskatchewan and Sask Music. I'm very much into the music industry, and to be able to see emerging artists become successes, it's a wonderful feeling to be part of that.
Absolutely. So tell us why, finally, music, arts, and culture heritage, why do you feel they need to thrive, and what needs to continue to be done?
You know, there's so much to do, but we have such a wonderful province that we don't even recognize how much talent is in this province, whether it's art, whether it's people that heritage and sites and homes that they restore. You know what, it's never ending, and maybe it's just part of us being Saskatchewanians that is just in our blood, and that's why we can still let it grow and keep it thriving.
I'm here with Darlene and Anna Lou, and she is the winner of the Athletics Award. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You seemed a little shaky when you came around. Are you overwhelmed?
Just a wee bit. It's like I wasn't expecting it at all. Like, I just thought so much of the other two people that were nominated and the work that they do. So yeah, I was, just like, wow.
That's a wonderful response. So you promote curling year-round. Saskatchewan in the United States. Why is this a passion for you?
Well, curling is a really great sport. It gives not only for the exercise, but the camaraderie. And there's only 4 people on a team, so you need all 4 people to pull and pitch in and just do their thing. And curling is Saskatchewan's sport, right? Especially our winter sport. It's really growing in the States, and I really would like to see it grow more here, because we have so many different sports to partake in. Curling is kind of, well, you know, we can always curl. But yeah, and we want to get more young people out. And we have some fantastic young people, junior curling teams that have gone to under 18s, and the Master Women's, which I'm of that age category. Our Master Women have done tremendously well. We won Canadians again this year, so our senior women won Canadians, you know, so it's just a passion. I do go down to the States every now and again. Las Vegas is a good draw, and so I've been down there several times, and they're really growing the sport down there, and they curl on ice that not like our ice. We have great ice here, so our ice makers are fantastic too.
I love that even as you win an award, you're still advocating right now for teams and for rinks, and you're incredible. And I see why you did take this award. What one thing would you like to see happen? Is it getting more young people? What are you going to work towards in the next stages?
Well, my true passion is that the University of Saskatchewan would be able to send a curling team to CIS Westerns and CIS. We don't have that luxury here in Saskatoon. U of R gets to send one, so that's my true passion. So that's my plug for U of S curling. But yeah, our juniors are our future, right? And so that's what I'd like to see. I love working with young people, and I love introducing them to the sport. So.
The recipient of the Community Builder Award is Shelly James, a longtime supporter of Shaw TV and sponsor. Shelly, this is very emotional, and it's so wonderful to see you here because we've known you and your husband Laddie for so long. You've supported us for many years, and so many arts organizations, Shakespeare on the Saskatchewan, and let's see, Persephone, U of S. I mean, it's just outstanding what you've done, and it's so amazing to see you be honored in this way. Did you ever imagine when you're little, or even when you were just nominated, that you'd be chosen?
It never entered my mind. And I mean, like I said, and Lee said from Potash, that none of us women do what we do for an accolade or an award. I always dreamed of being a princess when I was a little girl, but I never dreamed of this moment. This is so incredibly awesome.
I know something that's very near and dear to your heart is the TLC at home. Can you tell us a little bit about this project and why you're so involved with it, why this is important to you?
Well, you know, our salon team at the Hairstyle Inn, we wanted to do something to give back to the community, and so it started with like 3 classrooms at Princess Alexandra in 2006. And just, we thought, why give a gift to each other when we can spend that money to make a difference in the life of a child? And so that's where it started, and with community partners like Global TV and Cameco and Cruise FM and Trusted Saskatoon, it's made us have the ability to grow it and to be able to reach 1,000 children every year in 5 schools. And, you know, I never dreamed that day would be possible. And it's just so exciting when you walk down the halls and you see the children's face, and that's all the award that we ever do it for, is just that warm fuzzy that lasts me all year.
Why is it important for you to give back and to be so involved in arts and culture and all the things that you do with your business building and do so much? What inspires you to be that way?
I would say it's my parents. Both of my parents taught us at a very young age that everybody is a real person, and to be able to make someone else's life better is really what is important in life, and to be able to do that. And they've spent their whole lives doing that and serving other people, and so that's probably where it all started from. And then I have the support of an amazing husband and daughter who have really helped to make it possible for me to do this. I couldn't have done it by myself. It takes so many people to do what I do, and I'm so proud to be from Saskatoon and the generous people who live here, and just the big hearts that they have, that they just want to make a difference and make everybody's life better. And so it's easy living in Saskatoon to give back.
I'm here with the winner of the Education Award, Kathy Mills. Kathy, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm still in a bit of shock.
I love that look when winners come off the stage and they're a little bit shaky because it's a giant room of intimidating people, and it must just be overwhelming. How does it feel?
Well, I never ever imagined that I would win, because you look at the women and you look at the work that they do, and I'm honestly humbled, and I'm in awe of the strength that they bring to the community. So I'm so honored and I'm so grateful for this. So I'm just very grateful, and I'm a little bit in shock.
We should tell viewers that you have something like 4 decades in education administration.
Yes.
Oh, but it speaks to your vast resume. That's what I'm going to say. So tell us, what do you do now to stay busy a lot, and what is your passion currently? Is it still education?
Oh, I'm a teacher forever. I love education. I love the relationship that you get working with students. They always teach you so much. I was telling you, my granddaughters teach me things now. They help me see the world through new eyes, and I will always be a teacher, and now I get to do work with SALU, the Saskatchewan Educational Leadership Unit, the Saskatchewan Human Rights Commission, and we're really working on our citizenship education pedagogy, the consent to citizenship education pedagogy, and trying to get that out to people, because we want this world to be a strong world. We want it to be a world where people are respected and where people appreciate each other, and I tell you, we can be very, very strong if we work together. So that's my passion right now, and I believe in it, and so I am lucky enough to be able to do and follow my passion. So
absolutely, we're lucky enough to be able to benefit from it here. Now tell me one last question. You said you didn't cry up there. I'm going to see if I can make you cry. No, I'm teasing you, Kathy. I know you're a rock. But you have 2 young granddaughters.
Yes, I do.
And you're winning a Women of Distinction Award. What do you think this says to those young girls about what they can achieve in life?
Well, I want them to know that they're strong, and I want them to know that they're smart, and I want them to know that working together, you can't do any of this working on your own, and so working together as a team and really drawing on the strength of the people around you, we can all be better. And so look for those opportunities to shine, look for those opportunities to try something that you haven't tried before, and if you make mistakes, then you learn from those mistakes and you do a better job next time. But don't sit back and say, I can't do it. I want them to be strong, and I want them to have strength in their abilities to do things.
I'm here with the winner of the Entrepreneurship Award, Jessica Tatu. Jessica, such an emotional speech from you. How do you feel right now coming down and stepping out of the spotlight for a moment?
I'm obviously very surprised and just completely honored. I really wasn't expecting it, but this award just means the world to me. It's been such a long journey, and it's just a really incredible feeling.
Yeah, now tell us a little bit about why it means so much to you. You had a rough childhood, it sounds like, some addictions, issues in the family, and you start out very young, at 15, on your own. How has the YWCA helped you in your role, and why is this so important for you to receive now?
Well, there were just so many programs. You know, when I was a young kid, I didn't realize that there was anywhere to help, and luckily my mom was such a warrior. My parents were so amazing that, you know, these programs were available, and they did make them available to us to deal with, you know, addictions and that kind of thing in our home, and how to handle it, and how to, you know, kind of fight to be who you are and stay strong, and it really did give me the confidence. And I think back and think what life could have been like had I not had that support. And, you know, I feel like it's full circle. Now it's my turn to give back to those who gave to me, and yeah, so it's just a really incredible feeling.
Well, that's one of my questions for you, because looking at these resumes of all these incredible women, including yourself, it's very intimidating. And I wonder sometimes if youth look at that and they say, I can never accomplish that. You know, it's hard enough for those of us who are handed an easy path, but for those who aren't, what could stop them, and what do you want to say to those girls?
I think my biggest thing, and I speak to a lot of high school students, and I always just say, like, the only person stopping you is you. The only person keeping you from doing what you want to do is you. I mean, I had everything against me. I had everything going against me. I didn't have family to help me. I didn't have money, you know, and I just worked my butt off and believed in myself and knew that, like, you know, the way I look at it is I'm never going back to that life that I had. So what do I have to lose? I take risks. I try my best. And I think if you're kind and generous and honest and you know, do wonderful things, you're going to get further, and just follow your gut, follow your heart.
It's a beautiful message. Thank you. I'm tearing up here again. So you're the owner of Just For You Day Spas, but you also do Leah Reese Canada. You're the co-founder of Entrepreneur 306 Consulting. You don't stop.
No.
Why? Is it because you're just, the more success that you experience, the more you want to do? Or is it because you've come from a place of hardship and you're so appreciative?
The way I kind of look at it is that once I owned my first business and I realized like what the platform it gave me to be able to give back to my community, once I opened my second location, I was, went from giving $20,000 a year to giving $100,000 a year. And I continued and continued and continued. And the larger the platform of my company becomes, not only am I creating careers and jobs for an industry of women that don't generally have careers, it's usually a short period of position number of time. And I'm now able to give hundreds of thousands of dollars and commit my time, and I'm on charity boards and to be able to do the things that, I wouldn't be where I am now had those people not helped me. So I feel like that's why I do what I do, so that I can give what I give.
Dr. Vicki Holmes is the winner of the Health and Wellness Award. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you so much.
It's such a lovely speech. You've been practicing in family medicine and other parts of practice for, is it 4 decades?
43 years, yes.
43 years, and you spoke about retiring soon. Is this true?
It happened the end of December.
Oh my goodness. Well, your patients in practice are certainly going to suffer and miss you. Tell us, in all that time, how have women's health struggles changed? And I'm sure you've seen many changes. Is there one in particular that stands out for you?
That's an interesting question. I think basically we all struggle with trying to find our place and try to find meaning in life and try to maintain good health. And those, as we know, are all the struggles. So it's pretty much the same.
You've been involved in so many things, but the Midlife Women's Center, I'm sorry, is I'm sure a particular passion of yours.
Yes.
Can you explain what it is and why that is an important focus for you in your work?
Well, in the past, women suffering with issues related to menopause really were maybe not given the kind of support that they needed. We were the last province to get a dedicated program for menopause, so I'm really happy that we finally are up to good quality of care for these women who desperately need it. So it's a referral-based clinic run at City Hospital. Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, are you truly going to retire? Because when I see someone with a resume like yours, I think, how can you possibly turn all that attention and just hit the golf course or go traveling? Are you going to take some time for yourself, or are there still things that you hope to pursue in your career, or just as a passion?
Just wrapping down a few things. We're going to have the International Menopause Society meeting in Vancouver in 2018. So I'm on the national board for that, and when that's done, I'll be done.
And you deserve some downtime, is that right? Well,
Don't put down golfing. It's wonderful.
Oh no, and it's great exercise too. Yes, we want to promote that. Get out, be active. That's right. See, your advocacy never stops. Women's health. There you go. I guess one last question. Do you still see a role or a need to promote work for women in sciences and medicine? Is that something that's ever been a passion for you, or that you'd like to speak to younger women, perhaps? Is there a message you'd like to give to them?
Well, what's really interesting about medicine is when I graduated, we were 1/3 of the class were women, and that was very unusual. And now it's more than 50%. So I think women find this as a natural way to find meaning and purpose in their life. So we have a lot of women in medicine.
The Leadership and Professions Award for 2017 goes to Lorraine Loewen. I hope I'm pronouncing your name as beautifully as you speak.
Absolutely.
Félicitations, is that correct?
That's correct.
Congratulations. You're welcome. So you are the Manager of Communications for Ariba Resources Canada. You were born and raised in Paris, France. Now you're in the Paris of the Prairies, and you've been here quite a while. Did you ever think growing up that this was your path? And if not, how did you find your path?
Absolutely. I mean, I never thought, first of all, that I'd end up in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Never even dreamed of it. Couldn't even say it. And then here I am, 25 years later, being honored by my community. I mean, it is so humbling, so actually surreal. It's very, very surreal. I chose this community. I came as a student as part of an internship, and I fell in love with the prairies and didn't want to leave. And so I came back. 6 months later, I was back and made it my home, and it's been home ever since. And I've always felt a need to give back to the community. I firmly believe that, particularly when you adopt in a community, that you should give back to that community that adopted you. When I was hired in the mining industry, there was very few of us. I think in the building there was less than half a dozen of us at the time, in a building of 80 or 90 of us. Employees, and I thought, you know, there needs to be more. I mean, this is not representative. And so a few other colleagues had the same thoughts, and we got together, and there was an organization out east called Women in Mining, and one of the colleagues says, well, why don't we join up with them? And so there it started, and now the organization is about 600 women strong, and keep growing, and women from all walks of life. So, and everybody thinks, oh, you have to be an engineer, or you have to be this or that. Well, that is not true. The mining industry, like many other industries, needs many different professions. Whether you are an engineer, or an accountant, or an HR person, I mean, it doesn't matter what you do, that industry will need your skills. And we need women. The problem is women don't see it as a path for them. They don't see it as an industry that they could belong to. But it's so untrue, so untrue. There's so many opportunities. There is room for women in that industry, and that's what we're trying to advocate for. And so we try to do some outreach with schools, with youth organizations, so that young girls, we want them to say, you know what, I want to be a miner, I want to be a chemist, I want to be a metallurgist, a geologist, you know, an accountant, right? And so that's what we're trying to promote.
The 2017 Research and Technology Award has been awarded to Erica Dick. Erica, congratulations, first of all.
Thanks so much.
You've done so much work. You're a professor, a Canada Research Chair in Medical History, and you're quite involved with health and human rights. Why is that a particular focus and passion for you, I guess?
I've always been interested in the way that health sort of constrains or circumscribes our citizenship or our access to services at times. And so it's really been a very fruitful and interesting way to try to understand how Canadians understand themselves and each other, particularly as we try to move through different healthcare systems.
Is part of what you do then with research is also educating the public at large? Would you say that's part of your challenge? And if so, what would you like to say? You can't sum it all up in one soundbite, but what is it, I guess, that you want to get out to the world yet?
I think part of what I try to do as a historian is try to find ways for people to use their skills and their talents to really contribute to how we remember things, how the legacy that different interactions, different community building efforts, different individuals have played in building our world and our society.
It's fascinating. So tell me, as a woman here tonight, how do you feel? Would you like to reach out to the viewers, to the other women here, to encourage them to pursue a path that you did? Or how do they find that path that maybe for you really clicked, but maybe for someone else it's not clicking, or they're studying at the university and they're not finding their path exactly? Well, how would you encourage them?
I think it's really good to look around for great mentors, and I've certainly been the recipient of amazing mentorship from incredible women and men who've really helped me to find my own voice, and I encourage everyone to look for ways to find their voices.
Well said, and we will do that. Everyone take that to heart. So you're so young still. You still have so much work ahead of you. Not to make you feel tired right now. But what does the future hold for you? What do you hope to really work on in the next short term?
I feel so honored to be part of this amazing community, and I just want to keep working to build this incredible place.
The recipient of the 29 and Under Award is Maisie Bokowy. Congratulations, Maisie. You look a little rattled. Were you not expecting this?
No, I wasn't. I was actually not expecting this at all, because there's so many other really talented people here, and I was not expecting this at all.
Well, it seems like it's well deserved. So this award recognizes emerging leaders 29 and under who are inspirational role models in careers, academic achievements, and community building. You seem to have covered all three of those in your roles. You're an honors student. You've done some outstanding work. You're working for girls with self-esteem. What inspires you, I guess, as such a young person to be so involved already at such a young age?
Well, I mean, it's just like, it feels like it's like my purpose, and like it makes me feel good. So I mean, like, you do things that make you feel good, and like it makes me feel good to help other people.
You know, that's a great message, because that's something we often think of as people who are being altruistic or are always out to help other people, but it also is an incredible emotion for yourself, right? To see yourself succeed and to help others succeed. So you've also done some a charitable pet bed business called Doggy Naps, which is adorable of a title, but tell us what Doggy Naps is and why you came up with that.
Oh, well, I was 12 when I started it, and I made them for Christmas for my uncles. Like, they all have dogs. Like, my whole family has dogs. So, like, I made them for them for Christmas. And then there's an ad in the newspaper looking for donations, like, hey, I'll make some. And then I was put in the newspaper, and it kind of just, like, grew from there.
Sometimes good things just snowball. You plant a seed and away it goes. Do you have a message for young people if they maybe want to have a business like you've had?
Have, like, the people around you that support you, because then, like, that's what got me through it all, is like the support from my family, which made everything way better and easier.
Well, this is quite an honor. Catherine Ford, you're the recipient of the 2017 Lifetime Achievement Award, and it's for Exemplary Leader. Now, that's a daunting title, but learning about you, I feel like it's apt. But how do you feel about this incredible honor?
I am really pleased by it. Yeah, it's a great honor, and it's tremendous recognition for, I have been volunteering in various capacities for close to 40 years, so it's really appreciated. I'm very grateful for it. So.
It's amazing to read about your history. First, you started practicing law in 1977 here in Saskatoon. Right. You were just essential in developing collaborative law, mediation, education, all these facets of it, in addition to, I'm sure, your regular law career.
Yeah, and that was all kind of an evolution. So I worked in a very traditional law firm for probably the first 18 years of my career, and then I decided to take a big risk, really, and move to work with a mediation firm, and I had taken the training, but I really had to learn from the ground up, and then that morphed into the collaborative process, which has just been around since the early 2000s. It was a different process for dealing with family law disputes and other kinds of disputes, and then it kind of morphed into investigatory work. So yeah, and I think all those different ways of practicing law really kept me going, because it's not an easy profession, but the change up over time was really good for me. So.
Yes, as I've learned, family law can be quite emotional, and I'm sure that the collaborative process and the work that you've done, and that others have done, of course, to institute that, has made such a difference in so many lives of families, especially in of children, and I'm sure the YWCA work has that as well. Why did you get involved with the YWCA board? You said in your speech it was one of the best things that's ever happened to you. Why do you feel that way?
But these things are serendipitous, really. Someone I knew asked me to get involved, and I had just been back in Saskatoon 2 years, I guess, and it was an opportunity to do something interesting and helpful, and I really took to it from the moment I got involved. So
you are very involved with other boards, other charitable organizations, and hospice care now, but because this is a YWCA event, why don't we tell the people, I guess, why it's so important to continue to support them?
Well, the YW obviously has some amazing programs, like their whole trades program right now, helping women get into the trades and so on. The shelter, helping people who are in crisis and have nowhere else to go. And then all the other programs that people are familiar with, the swimming and the gym and all that. But, I consider the YW to be a leadership development organization for women, and so many of us just developed incredible confidence and leadership skills by being involved with that organization, and that continues to today. So I think if anyone ever gets an opportunity to get involved on a committee or on the board, jump at it, because it's a great opportunity.
as you climb. Yes, that theme is in evidence here tonight as the winners and of course all of the nominees inspire everyone in attendance, and we hope you watching at home to follow your dreams, achieve on your own terms, and in doing so help empower our entire community. I'm Jackie Kripke. Thank you so much for joining us for Shaw TV's coverage of the 2017 Women of Distinction Awards.